Welcome to this presentation. It's entitled HMRC Tax Advisor Registration and its Wider Implications, an Update for Conveyancers. We will be looking at various provisions of what is now the Finance Act of 2026, particularly as they affect anybody who is deemed to be a tax advisor. And unfortunately, as probably you know from the legal press, conveyancers now are broadly referred to as tax advisors under this new registration scheme. But registration has been the main focus of recent press attention, but there are also wider implications for conveyancers as well. So we'll have a look at some of those as we go through the presentation. We'll also look at risk factors, and as we get towards the end of the presentation, we'll consider how the new registration and other provisions of the Finance Act of 2026 might have implications for your management of risk, particularly in relation to tax returns, the provision of advice, or outsourcing or recommending the outsourcing of tax advice in a given circumstance. Let's first of all, though, start off with the background. And the background comes from a consultation that was launched in 2024. And the consultation outcome from a consultation about raising standards in the tax advice market made it absolutely clear that the whole purpose behind the legislative proposals which eventually resulted in the provisions of the Act to which we will look at today were intended primarily to look at tax advisors, tax specialists. And there was a concern raised in this consultation about the lack of minimum competence requirements for such practitioners. Also, there were concerns raised about the variation in the monitoring and enforcement across different sectors of the tax advisory market. Some professional bodies already supervise their members, but a large proportion of tax practitioners are unaffiliated to a professional body and not subject to any structured oversight.